because I thought we could spend a few days together. I don't really have much planned, but it's a normal working week. Well, it's Wednesday just now. I have been working at home today and I'm working the rest of the week. And yeah, I just thought I'd take you along, see what we get up to really. Spend a few normal days with me, we'll call it, normal working days. So yeah, I've been working at home today. It is such a nice day. It's 20 degrees and it's blue skies. It's so nice. So managed to get a few jobs done whilst in the house today. During my lunch break I managed to get some washing outside and yeah, just tidy up a little bit. So I'm just on my way to the yard now. I don't know what I'm gonna do, to be honest. I'll see what I'm feeling like when I get there. That's normally my plan. Yeah, so what have we been up to? We have been out to our first ever dressage competition. If you didn't see it, I made a little short video of it, which is up on my channel. I took Daisy out first time on our own. I loaded her on my own first time and I took her out on my own. Well, I travelled there on my own. I met my mum there, but she just drove to the place and met me there. And we managed to do our first ever 2 dressage tests. She was such a good girl. So I had picked like such a low-key sort of venue / competition. It was an unaffiliated dressage competition, and I picked it because I knew it would be quiet and there wouldn't be too much pressure. I knew it was going to be like a friendly, relaxed atmosphere, which is exactly what I wanted. I'm a bit nervous about getting back into the show scene again. With a young horse, I'm just a bit wary of it. So yeah, we went out to our first competition. She was such a good girl. We warmed up in an outdoor arena to start off with, and then we went into the indoor arena to do our tests. So got off the box, managed to tack her up, and yeah, we went to the outdoor arena first, managed to get her in, no bother. There's a few other horses in, but it was big enough that I could kind of avoid them, which was good. And then we did eventually pass them, and she was such a good girl. Then we went into the indoor arena to do our test. The indoor arena was a bit more of a challenge to get into. My mum had to sort of give us a lead in, but we managed to get in, following my mum in. And then as soon as she got into the arena, I was expecting her to be so spooky, but she wasn't. She was such a good girl and just, took it all in her stride. I was challenging myself to be able to do the test on my own, guys, and I'll tell you, story time was that we got into the arena. There was a caller there for people, and she's like, do you want your test called? And I was like, no, I think I'll try on my own, I'll be fine, blah blah blah. Daisy went in, she was absolutely perfect. And then what happened was, we got up to the top corner of the arena, and I think they'd had a bit of an issue with they'd sprayed the arena with water to sort of like, I don't know, reduce the dust, or like the sand, like to reduce the dust and the sand, I think. I think that's why they do it. Anyways, they had a bit of a mishap and they actually like kind of flooded one area. Like one area was actually like more damp, and the rest of it was all dry. So I'd already said no, it's fine. And then we got up to this, it was actually like the very top corner, like up past A. I got up there, like when you go around the outside of school when you're trotting round, and she would not go through it. She wouldn't go through the wet bit. And the caller lady was so nice. She was like, oh, come on, and she managed to help us go through it. She gave us a lead through it, and I was like, oh, okay, it's fine. And then the bell rang, so we started our test, entered at A, and the damp bit was kind of like half over the centre line, so we were like going down A, and then we go round the damn bit, and I was like, oh god. Anyways, we did the first few movements, and then I kind of like was in a bit of a daydream. Well, not a daydream, but I was overwhelmed. I was thinking about trying to get through these wet patches. Anyways, I then went to the collar. I was like, I think I went wrong. It's actually so cringe when I think about it, because I knew the test. Like, I knew it. I'd done it so many times. I think it's just when you try and put me in these show situations, I just get so overwhelmed, and I probably get more overwhelmed than the horse, to be honest. Anyways, so she then started like reading it out for me halfway through, which, yeah, I was annoyed at myself for, because I was actually going right. I was actually doing the right thing. I just just had a mental block in my head. Anyways, so that was that. And I was like, it was just one of those things, like, obviously that was like unfortunate, but that is just what happens on the outside world, like this big bad scary world. Daisy that's just stuff that she's going to come across. Like, imagine if we were doing that on grass, like, and one area of the grass school was like flooded arenas, like when you do your events on these grass tracks, arenas, I don't know, like one area might be a bit more sticky than the rest, and like that's just something that she's gonna have to deal with. Anyways, so we got 61% for our first test, which wasn't actually that bad, considering like every time we got to the wet bit, like say we were trotting round, we'd get to the wet bit, she'd kind of like break into walk or something like that, or she'd like swerve to avoid it if we were kind of just brushing past it. So it was what it was. It was just one of those things that happens. Anyways, so when we went in to do the second test, now I had already kind of said to the lady that I didn't know the second test very well, so I was going to ask her to read out. Anyways, so that was fine. I did that, and well, before I started my test, I had a bit of a plan as to what I was going to do. So I went straight up to the wet bit, and I literally warmed up in that area only, because I knew that was where we were having the problems to begin with. So I literally went up to that area, went up and down, up and down, up and down, literally, like, I didn't even go the whole way around the school. I just went up and down that area, literally did a circle, went back, did a circle, went back, and yeah, we did not have an issue in the second test at all. It was so good. I was so pleased. So that had clearly worked. So we did that, and then I managed to get I think it was 65.84 in my second test, which was I'm still so pleased about. Like, that's so good for my 5-year-old's first ever dressage outing. I am so pleased with that. I can't complain. My mum took some videos for me, and she sent them to me, and I was a bit like, oh, I kind of let myself down a bit with the riding, but not to make any excuses, but I was so concerned about getting her through this wet patch that I think I just forgot how to ride. But I think she needs to be put in these show situations, but also I need to be put in these show situations, because I've not done it for about 6 years now, which is a long time, and I just get such in a flap. I just don't know, because there's really nothing to get in a flap about. Like, it's not that deep. I need to remind myself that it's not that deep. Anyways, so that's what we've been up to. We did 2 dressage tests. How have I been speaking for 10 minutes about these bloody dressage tests? I don't know. We're on the way to the yard. I didn't do anything on Monday. I gave her Monday off, and then on Tuesday, yesterday, I rode her in the school, and I had a bit of an idea. I want to go back to dressage, I think. I want to try again, but it's gonna be, I'm gonna want to practice a few things. So I had a look at the tests that they're running for the next dressage, and I went into school yesterday with an idea of what I wanted to do, because it's intro 1 and intro 4, I think, but in these tests they do walk for 1 horse's length, and I was like, oh, I've never done that before on her, and she does really struggle with her downward transitions. So that was my plan yesterday. So I stuck to that. I went in the school and tried some of that. I will probably insert some videos after I've spoke about insert my pivotal footage, because I took a few videos on my pivotal last night. So I will insert that now, and then I will catch you when I'm up at the yard, and who knows what I'll be up to. Confession to make. It has been a few days since we last spoke. I think we spoke last on Thursday, or maybe even it was Wednesday. Yeah, we haven't been doing too much since we last spoke, to be honest. I've just not had a chance to pick up the camera. We never got a chance to ride on Thursday because I was actually meeting my friends after the yard for a walk. And then, what day was it? We did have a quick ride on Saturday over the weekend. We went around the fields with a couple of friends, which was good fun. And then we've actually had a storm these past couple of days. So today's Tuesday. Yesterday we had Storm Florin here in Scotland. It was an amber weather warning. Like, what? It was crazy. And it was 60, 70 mile an hour winds. So yeah, I definitely was not riding yesterday. It was horrible rain in the morning, and then the wind just went on all day. So yeah, never rode yesterday, and today we've kind of got like the backlash of the storm. So it's been like 40 mile an hour winds here today, but it's been warm, it's been sunny, it's been quite nice. But yeah, just a bit too windy still. I probably could have lunged her, but couldn't really be bothered with that, to be honest. So we've just had a nice little pamper session, and yeah, she's had her toes done, a good brush, and yeah, I'm going to shove her rug on and shove her out. Tomorrow's meant to be really nice. It's meant to be like 20 degrees and sunny, so hopefully we'll get riding tomorrow. I'm going to shove her fly rug on and maybe just her sheet for the night, just to keep her cozy, because it is starting to get a bit colder now overnight here. So yeah, let's shove that on. Ready to go. She doesn't look impressed. She absolutely hates the fly mask. She will tolerate the sun cream, but she will not. She hates the fly mask so much. Like, get the flies out of your eyes. Right, will we go out? Okay, night night. We'll see you tomorrow. All tucked up. A little bit of pay. Right, and there's another pile over there, just in case anyone thinks that that's all I've given them. Oh, right, see you later. I thought I'd quickly show you my little friends that I've got in my stable. Oh god. Can you see? I think there's three. I think one's, oh yeah, you can see his little head popping out. My little pets. I don't know what these are called. If anyone could tell me what these are called. I don't know if they're sparrows, but I tried googling sparrows and they didn't look like that. So yeah, I think this is the second batch of babies that they've had, so yeah, but they're so cute. Okay, that's all. See you tomorrow. Bye. Hello guys, it is the next day. Me and Daisy are just out on a little stroll around the fields. I'm like, roasting. It's roasting today. I cannot believe how nice it is. So we're just on a little donder at the moment. We're gonna go around a few fields and have a couple of canters maybe, and a few trots, and yeah, just have a bit of fun. I've given her a really bad haircut, so I'll need to show you that. I did that last night, and yeah, it's so nice. Our current views. Good girl. That was so much fun. We just had a wee schooling session in this field. You loved it, didn't you? She's sweating, so we're just having a cool down. She was so good. We literally like sent it, and I mean sent it, and she was just so good. And then I thought, oh, I better not leave it on galloping across the field. So we did a bit of canter schooling work, which she really finds difficult. So yeah, it was really good. I can't wait to come back in here again. You want to roll? Careful, not there. No. You can roll there if you want to. You can roll there if you want to. Want to roll? No. No, it's okay. Good girl. Alright, good girl. Alright. Good girl, it's okay. That better? You want to go again? You can go again if you want to. Right, that's me. I think I have given them more grass. Happy girls. And yeah, I think I'm just going to close this vlog off here. I hope it's not been too boring and too all over the place. She's got all the long grass for some rain ahead tonight, but it's too warm. I was thinking it's too warm to put a rug on her just now, so she's got a fly rug on. So yeah, but thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any ideas on what I should film, please let me know, because I don't really have too much going on today, well, at the moment. So yeah, just kind of doing bits and bobs. So if you have any ideas, please let me know, and thank you so much again for watching. I will see you soon. Bye.